Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, February 6th, 2023, and it is time for your weekly reading. I'm Dolly, the Wolf Girl, here at the Wolf Girl Oracle. And today's a full moon. Did you guys know that? Yes, it is a full moon tonight. This is a great time for you to let go of things that aren't serving you. It's an emotional time, you know. Things will come to the surface that maybe wouldn't normally come to the surface, and it's a great time to just kind of deal with feelings and let them go. Just let them go. The full moon illuminates a lot of darkness, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Let it come to the surface, deal with it, and let it go. It's also a great time to make your moon water. I got all my mason jars full of water ready. Some of the mason jars are filled with snow that I melted to charge with the full moon, and some of it is just regular tap water. The water that I drink is the tap water, and the water that I use to water all my plants that I've got scattered around the house is the charged snow melted water, and it makes your plants just pow pow. I got crystals in each one of my mason jars, and it just charges it up. That's hard to say. Really nicely. So that's something that anybody can do. You can do that at home. So I'm going to be putting mine in the window tonight, facing the full moon to charge it, because it's a little bit cold here. I'm afraid that if I just put it out there, it's gonna, break the glass, because it's gonna freeze. But if you are in a place where you can put it outside, that is great. So anyways, it is time for our reading of the week. So let's go ahead and switch to the other camera here. And this week we're going to be doing the 5-card spread that I normally do. We're going to be using the Elemental Oracle as our current situation card. We're going to be using the Shaman's Dream Oracle for our hopes and dreams. We're going to be using the Enchanted Map Oracle as our roadmap from our current situation to our hopes and dreams. We're going to be pulling a rune card, and we're also going to be pulling a prism card to just sort of determine where our energy is at right now, what we might need to work on. All right, so let's get started. And as I do, I am going to ask the angels to protect us. I'm going to ask the spirits of the land and my home to surround us, and I'm going to ask the ancestors to give us wisdom. What do we need to know today, Spirit, for this week? Please and thank you. All right. One more shuffle here. Okay, so our first card is Voice. Speaking your word. Voice. Speaking your word. That's card number 25, for anybody who's wondering. My candle just exploded. One moment, please. Okay, so little lesson here. Don't let your candles burn down too far. Okay. Everything's okay, though. Everything's good. That was just a little weird. Spirit's like, pay attention to this. Voice. But yeah, okay. Speaking your word, voice. That is where we are right now. I'm going to pull the hopes and dreams card before I talk about the voice, because I want to make sure that what I'm getting from Spirit is actually from Spirit, not just from my head. So let me get these shuffled here. From the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Oops. Okay, I had 2 cards fly out. We're going to take them. We have the Owl and we have the Earth Keeper. The Owl. And the Earth Keeper. Ooh, okay, so speaking your word, voice. When we, I 100% believe it is important for us to speak our word and to speak our truth. I do believe that 100%. But it's also important that we keep that in check, because our truth, what is our truth steeped in? Is it steeped in love, light, the wisdom of the universe, our higher selves? Is that the voice that we're speaking with? Is that the voice that we're choosing to convey? Or is it ego driven? Is it something that is based on fear? Which is it? Or fear, or hurt, or anger? Where is our voice coming from? Which voice are we using? Are we using our ego-driven voice? Are we using our spirit-driven voice? Okay. And I think right now we're having a little bit of a problem differentiating between the two, because there is a heaviness right now, a fearful heaviness that is sort of out in the collective, and it's easy to misinterpret that, especially if you're sensitive, if you're an empath. Picking up on that energy might be confusing. It might be muddling to your voice, So the Owl and the Earth Keeper, these are both very, very earth-centered, grounded, elemental, air and earth, elemental cards. And they're reminding us that we need to seek our wisdom from the divine, from our higher selves, and not let the weight of the world and all of its muddling ickiness affect us and affect our voice. So right now we might be speaking a little bit from ego, more so than our higher selves. And the Owl and the Earth Keeper are reminding us and telling us that our hope and dream is to get back to that higher self, to get that higher self connection, and use that voice over the voice of fear, anger, animosity, confusion, a clarity. Does that make sense? That's what I'm feeling from Spirit right now. But how do we do that? How do we get from an ego-driven voice to a higher self, grounded, connected voice? Let's look at our roadmap cards here. Kitty, what are you doing? My kitty is like under my table here. So if everything all of a sudden goes flying, you know exactly what happened. Clarity, what are you doing? Clarity, are you trying to give me clarity? All right, let me just get these shuffled here. Okay, Spirit. How do we get from our voice, our ego-driven voice, to our higher self voice. Unexpected visitors. I love this card. I love this card. You know, you never stop learning lessons. You never stop being a student on this the school called your human existence, right? You never stop learning. And there are going to be people who come into your life right when you need them to help you on your journey from your ego-driven self to your higher self. People will be there. And when you pay attention and you try to see things from their perspective, even if you don't follow them exactly, they're going to help you. They're going to help lead you down a path that's going to take you to where you need to go. You know, this has happened to me over and over and over again in my life. I've had these amazing, wonderful people come into my life that have, like the unexpected visitor, helped me get over a speed bump that was a little high. You know what I'm saying? On my path. And, yeah, it always comes out of the blue and from the wildest, weirdest places sometimes, like YouTube, you know? You don't expect, you know, when I first started doing YouTube, I certainly didn't expect that YouTube was going to be a catalyst for learning for me, but it really has been, like, big time. So that's cool. All right, let's pick a rune. You know, all this is communication too, you guys. All of it is communication. What drives your communication? Is it ego or is it your higher self? All right, I'm asking Odin, the rune master, to touch these cards and give us a message today that we absolutely need to hear. Rado, the R. The rune that looks like an R. Travel, both in physical terms and those of lifestyle direction. A journey, vacation, relocation, evolution, change of place or setting. Seeing a larger perspective. And I'm sorry about the glare, you guys. My heart and mind really zoned in on the seeing a larger perspective part of this, you know. Because in a part of communication, you know, when you're trying to effectively communicate and problem solve and do group dynamics where you're having a conversation that is a give and take conversation. The whole point behind that is to gain a bigger, broader perspective. And when you are speaking with your ego-driven voice, the person receiving that information is far more likely to put up a wall, just go and lock you out. And then you don't get to see their perspective, they don't get to see your perspective, and no headway is made. In American politics, this is exactly what is happening. You know, because things are coming from a lower, you know, information is being conveyed from a lower place, not a higher place. And because it's coming from that lower place, nobody's willing to talk to one another. Nobody's willing to listen to one another. All they're doing is yelling and accusing, and there's all this dark energy. And what they really need to do is just put the egos to the side and start speaking clearly, but with kindness, so that they can see each other's perspectives, and maybe we could meet somewhere in the middle and get some work done in this country. You know what I'm saying? So let's pick a prism card. What energy do we need to work on this week, Spirit? Where are we as a collective? What can we do? Let me just give this a good shuffle here. What do we need, Spirit? What do we need to know? Please and thank you. Determination. Determination. And with this card being this beautiful bright yellow, I think we're still working on our solar plexus. Our I can, I do chakra. Determination, yeah. But again, what's driving the determination? You know, that's this whole reading, I mean, is really about what is the driving force behind your motivation for everything. You know, really look at that, really take a deep dive into that, and ask yourself, is this coming from ego? Is this coming from my higher self? Is this like a light bringing is this a light bringing conversation, or is this ego? You know, we got to get out of our ego, you guys. We have to rise above that. And until we do, these problems that we're experiencing are not going away, period. So we have to spread the light and help people get to this point, help them find a connection to their higher selves. That's my focus right now. That's what I'm doing. That's my purpose. You all have your own purposes. This is mine. So this is it. This is the reading for this week, you guys. So I'm going to switch back over to the other camera. Oh, wait, before I do, I'm going to put my rune card there. I got my citrine on my petal plate here. I feel like this is permanently the citrine petal plate because I'm getting told week after week after week after week, you got to work on the solar plexus. You got to get you got to get that under control. You know, that's your self-confidence center, you know. That's where we manifest from, you know. And so we need to work on that and focus on that so that we can get over this speed bump that we're currently hitting that's not letting us get anything done. So, all right, let's go back to the other camera. Let me bring my microphone over here so you can actually hear me. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all again tomorrow with a card of the day. I love you guys. And I hope you have a fantastic week. Happy full moon, you guys. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.